I recently started teaching ASL at a high school. The high school, I can't tell you what it's called, but this was about 2 or 3 years ago. I was a teacher at a college before, and then I moved to high school, and it was very new. It's interesting. It's a different challenge. These kids, they're so young. In college, they're a little bit more mature, but in high school, it's just really different. They just have different attitudes, and they're just rebellious, and they're more involved with like technology, and it's just different. There was one time where I'll never forget. This was awful. I really had high expectations for this ASL class. Many of them were good. A few of them, they just had a difficult time signing. It was just really hard for them. It was like inside they struggled with it. One time, we were watching a movie. It was called Through Deaf Eyes. It's a pretty famous movie. Anyway, we were watching it, and 2 or 3 days went by, and we were finished. And I told them we have an assignment, it's going to have questions, and it follows the movie pretty closely. But I also warned them that we're going to have a test that's just like that assignment. It follows the movie, you watch it, you answer the questions. It's pretty simple. They're not deep questions either, they're pretty basic. I thought it would be a good opportunity for the students who are really struggling with the signing part of the class, that now they could just watch the movie and answer the questions. So it would help improve their grades a little bit. And so the movie, we watched it, finished, turned in their assignments. Okay, now we're ready for the test. We took the test on the computers through a website called Schoolology, and it was like a classroom program, and we used it on the computers, and it was similar, and we took the test on there. All of the questions were there. So they just had to read the questions, answer them on the computer, and it was pretty easy. But I noticed that about 2 or 3 students just seemed to be struggling a little bit more, and so I was watching them. And now this program has a function that allows me to open it up and look and see at all the students' screens and see what they're seeing on their screen. So I did it. I opened it up and I saw those 3 students, their screens, and it hit me. What were they seeing? Well, they were cheating. I could see them looking up the questions on Google and finding the answers. Now that just made me really disappointed because this is such an easy test and they're still cheating. Okay, fine, whatever. I didn't want to mess them up and tell everything in front of the class, so I waited until they were finished. And, well, I said, all right, guys, I just want to let you all know that I can see your screens. So I did see some of you looking up the questions on Google, trying to find the answers. Now, this is very serious, and I want you all to please come see me after class. You know who you are. So after class was over, guess how many students came up to me? 0, 1, 2? Well, I would say about 80% of the class came up to me. I was shocked. They were all cheating. It was terrible. That really blew up in my face. It was awful. I never should have opened that computer program. Even some of my best students, they're A, B students, they're great at signing, they're smart, they were cheating. It was terrible.